everybody, and welcome to Full Range Wrestling Recap. I am your host, Most Viable Pat, and today we are going to talk about Raw and SmackDown from April 2nd and 3rd of 2018. And we are on the road to WrestleMania. We are 1 week away from the grandest stage of them all, and we're 1 week away from watching a pretty decent looking WrestleMania. So I'm pretty excited to see some of the things that are going on. And usually a week before WrestleMania, the Raw and SmackDowns are pretty good, and especially and also the day after Raw WrestleMania, the Raw and SmackDowns are actually really really good. But this week, not really so much. It was just kind of more anticipation of things that are coming to WrestleMania in the next couple of days. It's not really anything that was really good matches or anything like that. They just kind of had more anticipation stuff. You know, they had on Raw, they had Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle have like a sit down with Triple H and Stephanie talking about the match that's coming up with them, and then Cena was out there talking about Taker again, and they just had like matches between Bayley and Sonya Deville, and they had matches between Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, and things like that happened. That was pretty much like what was going on, kind of previews of what's going to happen on WrestleMania this year. But I do want to talk about a couple things that did happen on Raw, on Raw and SmackDown this week that I was actually very excited about. The one thing I'm most excited about was the rumor going around about who Braun Strowman's partner is going to be at WrestleMania. Now this is a doozy. I'm gonna save that till the end when we do our rumors for the week from different places. But that's what I'm most excited to talk about. So I'm gonna leave that till the end, so you guys kind of have to watch until the end to figure out who I think is gonna be. And there's a strong rumor going around who this person is gonna be. So it's gonna be kind of cool to see. But a couple things on Raw that happened. There was the whole. I want to talk about the Cena Taker thing, and I want to talk about the Cena Taker thing. I want to talk about the beginning when they had Ronda Rousey, Kurt Angle out talking to Stephanie and Triple H, and also I want to talk about Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins match because that was a pretty good match. And then I want to talk to you about Cena Taker, and then I'll talk to you about Roman Reigns and his whole spiel with Paul Heyman coming out and talking his stuff. But first things first, we'll talk about the beginning of the show where Coach is in the ring and they have Ronda Rousey, Kurt Angle, and Triple H and Stephanie come out, and they're going to discuss the stuff, and they just do insults back and forth, and they get up to shake hands, and of course, Triple H attacks Kurt Angle, and of course, Ronda Rousey starts choking out Triple H, and Stephanie puts Ronda Rousey through a table, which is very interesting. It happens all the time. So that kind of stupid shit happens constantly. So I mean, it never really changes. It's just kind of strange the way that works. It's kind of strange the way that works. But every single time they have something like that go on, somebody fights, somebody goes through a table, something happens. It's not really a big shocker there. They did exchange a couple of insults with each other, which is actually kind of cool. The one thing that really made me laugh was when Ronda said, "Are you right-handed or left-handed?" And then Stephanie's like, "I'm right-handed." And then she's like, "Oh well, I just wanted to know which arm I will." And she struggled to talk, and that made me laugh because she tries to insult Stephanie, which would have been a good insult if she actually would have pulled it off. What hand are you, right-handed or left-handed? Stephanie says right-handed, and she says why? And I say because I just want to know if you can be able to sign my checks after I break your hand. But she says, oh, I just want to know if you sign my checks after. Then she kind of stops, and the whole crowd cheers, and then she doesn't know, I think, when to finish a sentence and when to actually let the crowd kind of talk, or kind of, not talk, but have the crowd actually, cheer. I don't think she knows that yet. I think that's coming, which is good. But I think that she needs to really learn about what's going on and the things that happen when that stuff happens. I think it'd be a lot of fun to kind of just have an idea about what's going on, and she needs to really start doing that. And I think that'd be a really cool thing to do. I want to talk about the match between Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins actually got a victory over Seth Rollins, which I thought was crazy. Finn Balor's beaten Seth Rollins, I think, both times they've actually fought each other, and they decided to give Seth Rollins a victory over Finn Balor, which is pretty sweet. I'm looking forward to that match at WrestleMania, where it's Finn Balor and Seth Rollins versus, or not Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, but Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. I know that Miz is probably going to lose it since his wife had her kid. Congratulations to Miz, by the way, for having a kid. Congratulations to you, and congratulations to Maurice. It's fantastic. I'm happy for them both. I hope that she's healthy, and I hope that Maurice is okay, and I hope everything's going good. And so, I mean, that kind of just, to me, it solidifies that he's actually going to lose the championship at WrestleMania, kind of take some time off and be with the kid and be with his wife for a while, I'm pretty sure. But that's really cool that they had a kid. I'm happy for him. It's fantastic. Good for them. But I also want to talk, I want to mention one thing really quick. They had a match between, it was Asuka and Dana Brooke versus Mickie James and Alexa Bliss. The one thing I'm kind of confused about that whole, I want to say one thing about that match. 2 weeks ago, Dana Brooke was in the ring as a heel with Ronda Rousey in the ring. And now all of a sudden, Dana Brooke is in the ring with Asuka as a face fighting as two heels. That's kind of weird to me. I mean, I read that in the comment section, and I was like, okay, yeah, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So I just kind of want to mention that. It's, their booking of talent and the way that they just kind of flip-flop people is kind of strange. But, hey, I'm not a multi-millionaire, so I don't know. But next thing I want to talk about was the Cena whole bit. So everybody knows that it's gonna be Cena versus Undertaker at WrestleMania. There's no questions. There's no question about it. It's not really that difficult to figure it out. But I thought he was gonna show up. He didn't show up. I was kind of angry they didn't show up. But I'm really hoping that they bring back American Badass Undertaker, because I think that would be a really cool way for him to go out as an American Badass Undertaker. We haven't seen that in a long time. Everybody's starting to do their own gimmicks and stuff like that. He didn't show up to Raw on this week, which I was disappointed. I don't know about everybody else. I don't know what he's doing or what they're doing, but it's kind of annoying that he's not there. But it would make up for it. I swear. For me, it would make up for it if he came back as American Badass Undertaker. If that is the case, he didn't come to Raw ever when Cena challenged him. If he comes back as American Badass Undertaker, I don't care. I don't care. It's perfectly fine with me. But that's kind of all I wanted to say about that. There wasn't really too much that he did. He was just kind of said the same thing again. He was like, oh, why don't you come out? Well, you're a coward and all that kind of stuff. And, he just tried to entice the crowd to cheer for him, to cheer for Undertaker and all that kind of stuff. And it really didn't help because he didn't come out. But again, if he comes out as American Badass Undertaker, I'm ready for it. The last thing on Raw was, the big thing on Raw was Heyman coming out with Brock and doing his whole promo thing. And Reigns coming out. And it was cool to see that the superstars were on the ramp and they were stopping Reigns from coming down. And then Reigns is like, you want to protect this part-time guy? And then everybody's like, okay, yeah, you're right. And they kind of moved out the way and let Roman kind of do his thing. That was pretty sweet. I'll give him credit for that. And then, Brock uh, leaves the ring, and then, Reigns chases him, and then they end up fighting. And, he Superman punches Brock Lesnar like 6 times, which is, well, 5 times, which is ridiculous. And then, just out of nowhere, Brock gets up, F5's Rollins, or F5's Reigns, and then that's it. So it was just kind of, it's interesting the way that works, the way that they do things like that, and how he's just like an immortal guy. Everybody with a brainstem knows that he's gonna probably lose his title on SmackDown or at WrestleMania anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal. That's the one title that I kind of want to see change hands, because I want to see Reigns fight against new people. I want to see him fight against, Samoa Joe when he comes back. I want to see if he fights against Rey Mysterio if he comes back. I want to see if they fight with Bobby Lashley if he comes back. There's a lot of rumors running around that, of all these people that he's going to fight against after Brock. So if he comes out on Raw the next day, and who's going to be his next challenger, hopefully it's somebody that we haven't seen in a long time. Hopefully it's somebody that we haven't, looked at in a long time. Hopefully it's not like Seth again or Finn Balor or something like that, because I just think that'd be kind of stupid to have the same old song and dance. I mean, Finn Balor would be okay because, he doesn't really have a title shot, but Seth Rollins or somebody like that, I don't really want to see Samoa Joe, because they had a match, millions of matches already that we've seen. So I don't really want to see that. But I wouldn't mind seeing Rey Mysterio or Bobby Lashley or Finn Balor or something like that come out and do it. Or, I think it'd be kind of cool if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lost on SmackDown, came over to Raw, and tried to take the title from Roman on Raw. You know what I mean? Or one of those two guys did. I think that'd be kind of cool if they actually did something like that. But I'm not really sure. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to find out. I think SmackDown's matches seem a little bit more enticing than Raw's matches. I mean, I do want to see Brock versus Roman. And I do want to see Miz versus Finn versus Seth Rollins. And I do want to see the Ronda Rousey Kurt Angle match versus Triple H and Stephanie. I do want to see that, but that's pretty much it. I don't, the Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. I mean, I think Nia Jax is going to kind of run her over. And, Asuka's on SmackDown now, so that's a SmackDown match. But there's no tag title matches on Raw. Oh, yeah, there is. There's Braun Strowman's match. Yeah, that's right. But I'm looking to see who his partner is. I'm kind of more than the match itself. I'm just more anxious to see who the partner is instead of the match. And then Cena Taker. If Taker's out as American Badass Undertaker, then hey, great. If not, then I'm gonna be kind of pissed they didn't show up on Raw the week before Raw came out, or the week before WrestleMania. That kind of ticked me off a little bit, because I would like to see him, before that. So we'll go ahead and we'll leave that on Raw. If you have any comments about what you liked or didn't like about Raw this week, please leave them down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. I'm curious to see what everybody thought of Raw this week. So we'll go on to... Oh, wait, one more thing on Raw. The Braun Strowman coming out with his partner is Braun Strowman. That was fantastic. Huh! That was great. I loved it. Braun Strowman and Braun Strowman. Get it? Get it? Anyway, but we'll go SmackDown now. So SmackDown was not bad. For some reason, Charlotte Flair going against Natalya, which I have to say... I do want to say this. One of the biggest blunders of 2017 was Natty getting the title. Or was it 18? No, it was 17. She won the championship. I think she won the championship in 2017, and then she lost it at Rumble. Or one of those two. I don't remember where she lost it, but I'm pretty sure she won it. If it was either in late 2017 or early 2018, one of the biggest blunders recently was Natty getting the title. Stupid. Doesn't make any sense. Not a fan of that at all. But she fought against Charlotte again. Charlotte came out on top. But there was another tease of Carmella coming out and trying to take the title away from Charlotte. Man, what a twist that would be. Dude, seriously, man. I mean, think about it. Asuka, Charlotte, fighting for the championship. And they're just duking it out, and they're both down, and they're both having the match of the night. And then Carmella comes out and takes it. Oh, that'd be so cool. And if she wouldn't have lost, I mean, Asuka wouldn't lose. But then, man, that'd be so cool if that happened, dude. I mean, like, you anticipate this match, and Asuka's gonna win. She's gonna win. But what a twist that would be. That'd be such a cool twist to see happen. Such a cool thing to see happen. Asuka, Charlotte, duking it out, fighting it out, and then all of a sudden Carmella comes out and then takes the title from her. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. Ugh. Just imagining that would be freaking sweet. That would be such a twist that nobody would see coming. And then I would say it first, and I'd be like, holy shit, I said it. No, that kind of crap. But that'd be kind of a cool thing to happen because everybody knows that Asuka's going to win the championship. Everybody knows. It's not a mystery. They want her to go undefeated for a very long period of time. So it's not really that big of a mystery that she's going to go undefeated until, hopefully not until next year, but that's what people are saying, that she's going to go undefeated until next year, and then she's going to go against Ronda Rousey and lose. So I don't know, if Ronda's going to go undefeated for a year, and Asuka's going to go undefeated for another year, and then they're going to fight each other, and then she's going to lose, or what the deal is going to be on that. But, everybody knows that she's going to win. So it's not that difficult to figure it out. So you're just going to have to twist it a little bit and make it so it's different and make it so it's not what you'd actually think. And then if you did that, then, man, that would be such a cool thing to do. Seriously. Such a cool thing to do. Ugh. But anyway, I want to move on. The only other big thing that happened on Raw or on SmackDown was when the match wise was Shinsuke and AJ versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. I mean, that was the match of the night. Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable versus AJ Styles and Shinsuke. Come on, really? I mean, you can't pick two other people besides Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin to go up against Shinsuke and freaking AJ. Unbelievable. But then they had the whole thing at the beginning where, where it was Shane and it was Daniel Bryan talking about having their match and making up for all the problems that they had before and all that kind of shit. And then they hugged it out just like him and Kane used to do. And that was pretty cool. But those are the two, there wasn't anything exciting that happened on SmackDown this week, like at all. I mean, Asuka comes out after the Charlotte match, and AJ almost hits Shinsuke Nakamura, but he doesn't because he just pats him on the head like Shinsuke did last week to him. There wasn't really anything too spectacular that happened this week on SmackDown. So I mean, it's going to be short because SmackDown. That's pretty much all I have to say about it. Because I'll tell you a couple matches. I will say a few of the matches I am looking forward to at WrestleMania that I can remember that I'm really looking forward to at WrestleMania from SmackDown. Pretty much all of them. I mean, AJ. Oh my God, AJ versus Shinsuke. I'm gonna be streaming during WrestleMania, and that's I think that's the one match that I'm gonna stop streaming, and I'm just gonna watch because I can't wait to watch that match. That's going to be fantastic. That's going to be the best match of the night. Guaranteed. So, no questions asked. I'm really looking forward to seeing that match. I'm really looking forward to seeing Asuka versus Charlotte. If Carmella comes out and actually takes the title from Charlotte or Asuka, that'd be fantastic. Tag championships. Hopefully the Bludgeon Brothers can take the Usos off of their high horse. Thank the Lord if they do, because we need new champions on that show like crazy. It's just been New Day and Usos for the past like 2 years, so it's kind of stupid. What's the other matches? Oh, Shane and Daniel versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That's gonna be a cool match too. I can't wait to see Daniel Bryan actually come back to wrestling. That's gonna be a lot of fun to see. Um, so there's a lot of matches on the card of WrestleMania that I'm really looking forward to, but they really don't hype up. They didn't do a good job of hyping up those matches more this week on the Raw and SmackDown. I mean, I know they're gonna have like people come up from NXT on the next day on Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania, but they should do a better job of hyping it up and doing things before WrestleMania, and they, to get people more excited. I mean, they always say, oh my God, we're 5 days away from WrestleMania, and let's get so excited and blah blah blah, and then they don't hype it up. They just can't kind of keep it the way that it is, and it kind of stinks the way that they do that. I'm not really a big fan of it. So we'll stop with SmackDown for now. Again, if you have any comments down in the comment section, what you thought about SmackDown, please let me know. I'm very excited to see WrestleMania this week. I can't wait for WrestleMania this week. It's gonna be fun. 4 hours though. That's gonna be kind of crazy. But as long as there's good matches, as long as there's a lot of entertainment on that card, then hey, I'm all for it. We're gonna move on to the rumor mill of the day, of the week actually. A couple of cool rumors I read about online. This is a big one. Now I'm gonna talk about the big one that I was talking to you about before. Braun Strowman's partner, and what people are anticipating who Braun Strowman's partner is going to be at WrestleMania. I want to get a drum roll. So they're saying that Rey Mysterio is going to be Braun Strowman's partner at WrestleMania. Wouldn't that be freaking sick if he was his partner at WrestleMania? Ugh. 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 It's amazing. Amazing. They're saying that Rey Mysterio's still hurt, and he's got to be cleared first. But if he gets cleared before WrestleMania, which is just a few days away, then he's going to be Braun Strowman's partner, and he won't be there for long, but he'll be Braun Strowman's partner. So how cool would that be if it was Braun Strowman and Rey Mysterio? I think that'd be great. Awesome tag team. Everybody loves Braun Strowman now. He's a badass. So let's get Rey Mysterio back. Good way to introduce him. And I don't know who's going to be if he's not cleared, but man, that'd be freaking sick. Let's see. What else is there? Everybody's talking about Rock being at WrestleMania. I guess Vegas put odds on it, which is stupid, but everybody's saying a couple speculations about Rock being at WrestleMania, which would be pretty cool if he was. They're also saying that he might do a singing thing with Elias. That would be cool. I always wait for that to happen. I always wait for Elias to be singing on his chair, playing his guitar, and then all of a sudden Rock's music comes out, and they have a sing-off. What else? Let's see. We're going around AJ Styles mystery injury is MCL issue according to Observer. Dean Ambrose looks like his tricep injury is rehabbing at the moment, but he's still in a sling, which kind of stinks. Remember that SmackDown top 10 list that they had? Yeah, me neither. Well, it's gone, I guess. I guess we're not doing that anymore, which thank God. Let's see. So they're talking about bringing somebody else in as SmackDown general manager after Daniel Bryan starts to wrestle more. Don't know who that's going to be. Last week I said Hogan, but now I guess that's changed a little bit because I guess that they just talked to Hogan about how to change your life, which is weird, and how to come back from adversities and all that kind of stuff, and not rehiring him again. So that's kind of strange why they were bringing him in to do that, but that's one of the things that they were talking about, to replace Jane O'Brien with somebody else. Um, Apparently, there's going to be multiple documentaries this year about WrestleMania from different people and different things. I like the documentaries that WWE does on WWE Network. Oh, by the way, I do want to stress this to everybody that listens. If you don't have WWE Network, buy the WWE Network. Okay? They have so much good shit on that network. I'm not in this, I don't watch it a whole lot because I don't really have time to watch it a whole lot. But when they have specials on, like the documentaries that come on and stuff like that, I watch that stuff all the time. I love watching old Rumbles. I love watching old WrestleManias and all that kind of stuff. But it's worth $10. I mean, I don't know, all you old school wrestling fans would remember how hard it was to watch a pay-per-view before the WWE Network came out. It was $70 on pay-per-view, or you had to get like a bootleg website or something like that before the WWE Network came out. And now, instead of paying $70, you pay $10 a month. That's worth it in my book by a large margin. Buy the WWE Network if you don't have it. But back to the rumors. They were saying that WWE is not going to re-sign Brock because he wants to go back to UFC again after WrestleMania. But they still need to put Paul Heyman somewhere. So they're saying that he's going to either manage Ronda Rousey or Roman Reigns, which I think if he managed Roman Reigns, he might get the heel or the face push that they want him to have, because he's, they're really trying to push him as a face and they don't want it. So if they put Paul Heyman by him, then that might actually work. But that's pretty much it as far as rumors rolling around for this week. And there's, again, it was just kind of a slow week this week. I don't really understand how it could be a slow week, seeing as it's WrestleMania season and they should be just going crazy and having good content come out for the last 2 days before, or the last 2 shows before WrestleMania, but they didn't this week really. So, again, it's going to be a fun week. There's going to be a lot of stuff to watch this weekend when it comes to wrestling, anything wrestling, the Hall of Fame, the NXT TakeOver, if you guys watch NXT, and then WrestleMania on Sunday. So I'm watching the Hall of Fame for sure, and I'm probably going to watch, and I'm definitely watching WrestleMania. So Hall of Fame is always fun to watch for me. I like watching it, so I do want to check it out and watch it. So check out the Hall of Fame, check out WrestleMania Sunday. And it's going to be a really, really good WrestleMania, I have a feeling. A lot of titles are going to change hands. A lot of things are going to happen, so make sure and check it out. But that's going to do it for my recap for this week. So thank you very much for coming out. Enjoy WrestleMania. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good one. I promise. So I hope. So go check it out. Sunday, 7 Central, or 7 Eastern Time, 6 Central Time. That's when it starts. I can't wait to see it. This is going to be a really long wrestling recap next week because we're going to have a lot to talk about. So, just be ready for that. I'll cut it off right there. Thank you again for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. What matches you're looking forward to seeing at WrestleMania? What do you think is going to happen with Taker and Cena? Is he going to be American Badass Taker, or is he going to be traditional Undertaker? Tell me about the titles that you think are going to change hands at WrestleMania. That'd be awesome to see too. But thank you very much again for watching, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you on Sunday. Bye.